As we got small fortunes of Lions, and we see a mirror match of the highest echelon of the meta in game number 1 here. Loris, Kyna, Zen, and Hideaway, South America versus NA.
Now, I don't think we're going to be getting as many freebie edge guards from particularly Loris as we saw in the previous set. Zen and Hideaway going to tighten up the space a little bit, maybe create some more 4-player collapses, some scramble situations. But let's see, Loris already creates the separation, tries to go for the low angle, but doesn't get too much more after it.
Kyna and Loris have been picking their spots exceptionally here. They're hardly ever whiffing moves in this. As I say that, the breakdance does get punished by the down air, but Kyna getting a side light there, getting the down air to scoop as well, D-light into side air, and the recovery from Loris as Kyna uses his own teammate to get him back to stage.
That was sick, but Loris just tries to misspace it.
So unfortunate there. It actually ends up KOing his own teammate. So even stocks for both the blue and the red team.
Okay, the dust settles. I mean, Kyna's pretty hurt on this first stock. Still just maintaining the ground, holding it, a shark in the water, still hanging onto this weapon as well, not overcommitting. Zen pushes away. Loris getting punished off stage. What a wait from Hideaway, but it doesn't result in anything.
See a big down stick gets punished immediately by Loris. Kyna and Loris playing so well at that whip punish game. Getting the highest possible damage there as the Enlight into Haymaker. Doesn't connect the Haymaker, but the Enlight does do some major damage and knocks his weapon off there.
Okay, Loris the chase dodge up. Kyna just getting batted away over and over in deep red almost at this point. Anything will do it, and Hideaway finally picks that one up off the stair. Do they get an opportunity onto Loris? Stomp stair comes through. Zen with the follow-up hit. Loris off stage.
Kyna getting the Enlight to interrupt Zen's edge guard attempt. The Enlight into the side air. Side air doesn't connect, but the Enlight once again as Kyna. When Kyna doesn't have to move, he becomes a very, very scary player.
100%.
Just holding that center stage, sidelight into air, so much damage, and that gets a scoop. I believe that found the KO off the Kaya signature. The Enlight into the breakdance.
Yeah, Loris just threading the needle there and then waiting patiently. Like you said, kind of hanging on to these stocks in another awkward situation. Results in a Loris lost stock. But all that being said, they're still in a stock lead at the moment.
You just have to make sure Loris holds onto a stock here, which Kaya can definitely do with that defense stance. Kind of looking for that big side air there. But accidentally flips it the wrong way. Sidelight comes out to punish Hideaway, getting a team combo there.
Okay, watch the weapon throw. Hideaway still really playing perfect defense here. Oh, gives it up. Okay, tries to go onto Kyna. I don't blame you for it, right? Loris still looking to find a weapon. The breakdance connects onto both, but it does hit Kyna. Forces the 2v1 though, so I'm gonna say worth.
And Hideaway make this happen here. You get hit in a team combo though. GC sidesick. It didn't even have a lead up. Usually team combos have 4 or 5 hits. That one just saying sidelight into GC sidesick.
The team combo was get the hit and go to game 2. That's what's going to happen right here. Once again, Kyna and Loris firmly in the driver's seat here, even with a couple of weird mishap situations from them, which were lost stocks for Loris. Loris getting the team KO onto Kyna there is a traded stock for the red side as well, that we see right here on your screen. It still works out for them because it's just all high value.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Get right into the next game. Back to small fortunes of Lions for game number 2, the red team. Down 1, but definitely not out of it as they get a big team combo there onto Loris as the Hideaway axe do so much major damage there. Kind of getting a juggle there with the hammer, but doesn't get much besides some big hits. But as I say that, the D-light into side air, another side air as well. The damage slowly getting built up as Kyna on the hammer continues to show why he's one of the best hammer players to ever do it.
Yeah, and I mean, the floor is lava when you see Kyna down there. Look at that, right? Like, has barely exited the ground because why would you? When you can just get first strike like that, force the offstage situation, cover some space right here. Hideaway does get back on the respawn, so it forces Kyna off it, and Loris does lose a stock as a response.
Hideaway getting some big damage on his own teammate there, hitting one too many buttons, trying to find Kyna. Side air into the down air to punish the dodge in. That was so clean from Kyna. The slight little reads and optimizations, even in that 1v1 where you have to do something quick, getting the most amount of damage he could.
Loris is in such an awkward position right now. Somehow fights his way out, chase dodges towards the soft platform, looking for a little bit of movement to at least reset the positioning. Zen. Downlight doesn't get too much more. The recovery scoops him up though. Was not paying attention to Loris just hiding away in the back as Hideaway coming back towards the right side of the stage.
It comes out going for the scoop there. Zen having to recover. High gets hit by Kyna's down there as well, but Hideaway gets the KO onto Kyna there as Loris is fighting unarmed once again. I know South America is known for their unarmed play, but you got to get on a weapon eventually. Picks up the spear there, gets hit by Hideaway immediately though. Big double recovery. That's a 2-for-1 for Loris.
And the Loris spear has been such a playmaking device for this team composition. Just pokes it away, finds the KO off the left glass zone. Hideaway coming back in on the respawn. Tries to get the 2-piece from Kyna, but the respawn saves him for now.
downlight. I love these attempts from Hideaway to get some extra damage out, but it just gets stifled a lot of the times. We find the KO onto Loris, though, as Kyna fighting for his life, does take one with him. D-Light into Cider, doesn't even get KO'd by Hideaway. Somehow Kyna just seems to hit harder.
Seems to hit a little bit harder, Kyna. Once again, sharking, patrolling the grounds, as if you land here, you are probably eating a stomp. You're probably eating some type of aerial at this point. Kyna gets the cross up, stomp, just gets a little bit more damage. Look at this, they all both collapse onto Hideaway. A little bit of cross wires here. Loris off stage. Kyna's just gonna sacrifice it. Try to get back in time to defend Loris on this edge guard position, but the Nair covers him. Nice.
Getting some nice damage on the Loris there as Kyna looks to pick up a weapon. He picks up an axe though, so he's looking to find those KOs relatively soon. The down stick gets interrupted, but immediately axe out with the end stick. The Mammoth comes out side-like off of that and gets the Cider off of Kyna's end light. And now the 2v1 ensues. Once again, the D-Light comes out looking for that KOing option as Zen is struggling to land back down, does fight back down, but Kyna still has the axe in hand. And he's just one big hit away from taking this game.
Okay, Zen can get something onto Loris, but it's just not even going to happen. That recovery gets scouted out from a mile away, and it is a 2-0 lead already for Loris and Kyna.
The return to form is major for a team that's been struggling. Obviously, the world champions, but with a 9th place at Springs, you wouldn't expect them to do so well here, but every time Kyna and Loris are at a LAN, they perform to the highest level, and we see this here versus one of the best teams in North America right now.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you pointed out more of the macro strategy from Kyna and Loris, right? And look at this in the game number 3. Maybe we'll see a shift here. Of course, Zen and Hideaway need a reverse 3-0 in order to stay in the winner's bracket. But keep your eyes on Kyna in this game. If he is able to keep those feet glued to the ground, you are going to see so much more success from the blue team.
You see Kyna already getting a big Nair to recovery there. We see a misplaced taunt from Zen, but didn't get punished. Nice sportsmanship from the blue team there. We see the Sidelight into Nair to immediately get some big damage. Sidelight punishes Hideaway's GC, and the D-Light into Cider comes out, and Hideaway already at risk of losing his stock. The propeller ground pound comes out, but doesn't find a KO.
Oh, Hideaway flips it, but
Loris,
throw comes through.
okay.
Oh, covers it. Nice answer from Loris to fight his way back. Now Zen's the one off stage. Loris sends it propeller. Okay, dips it low. You see the sweat beads online, touches. Let's see, Zen makes it back. Loris can't connect with the GC on arm, but in the meantime, Kyna just picks it up because once again, where was he, folks? On the ground, able to pick up this damage, make the stocks happen, regardless of what happens in the edgeguard position for Loris.
Nair comes out as well, and now we see another Nair as Zen tries to continue to build this damage onto Kyna. That's big, gets the side air into the GC downlight in the side air. It's not enough, but that signature will be on Loris now in a 2v1. Unarmed once again fights back. Recovery hits Zen and picks up a spear now, able to defend himself with it.
Wow, and you saw Loris kind of dip back when he was returning towards the stage, maybe to try to hit Kyna on his way out to maybe go for a save. Does not matter, picks up the stock, Hideaway off stage, Kyna looking for more.
The blue team both stuck on the right side of the stage, but they fight back there with Loris once again, somehow always unarmed, gets hit by the ground pound there off the Zen spear. Like into chase dodge, Kyna looking for the extra damage. We're all even here except for Hideaway, who's worse for wear on the red. Some big two, getting both of the blue team members, but also hitting his own teammate as Hideaway gets continuously hit and getting so much damage tacked onto him. The D-Light Cider will find the KO though. Okay, and we're watching these stack positions. Pogo on the left side for Zen actually hits Loris into the ground. No edge guard in sight there, so you got to just reset the position. Interruptions once again from Kyna. Always aware, coming through on the down. Getting the hit here, not too much more after that. Loris got a little bit too lost in the sauce, and the red team was there to pick up the pieces. Oh, the recovery.
Hang on.
Zen flips it with an air. That's a big opportunity now as the red team once again equalize the stocks. Kyna in a 2v1. Zen looking for this big open up. Gets the nair and does find the KO as the red team lose that stock and the stock lead evaporates.
Once again, yeah, look at Hideaway though. You got to play this one safe. This is the opportunity to get on the board, but if Hideaway loses the stock, it is a brutal 1v2 position for Zen.
Loris is so crazy, man. He gets a side air and he continues to go off stage. Kyna gets the recovery on the Hideaway, who makes it back there. The Pogo comes out, hits Loris. Loris hitting his own teammate on way back to the soft platform. The recovery comes out again. Hideaway.
Exclamation points. He covered it. He covered it. Okay.
Can Hideaway make it back? Yes, he does. He hits a teammate, so he's able to get back to the stage. Hideaway somehow makes it back.
That was crazy. I mean, what patience from Hideaway. Of course, kudos to Zen for hanging on to it as well. Hideaway. Very precarious situation. Gets scooped up with Zen. D-Light. Yeah, you have to play super in the back. Zen is totally playing point here, but look at Loris. So much respect.
So important there. Gets the nair and punishes. Now Zen not having the range to interrupt some of these longer. Quick punish. Another inlight gets punished. Into an immediate.
How did he get through?
Kyna in a 2v1 now. D-Light
Kyna. Finds
doesn't
the
KO.
Doesn't find the stock. It's a disarm for Kyna, but that is an easy scout out for the red team. Hideaway hung onto that stock for as long as possible, and it was enough to get them on the board. It's 1-2.
Incredibly clutch. And the last time we saw a North American team take that game number 3, it happened to be a reverse 3-0. Let's see if they can mimic that success from Markimu in Future Bubble, but it's going to be hard to do so. As much as it is good to win that game, you still have a lot of work to do to make this reverse 3-0 a reality versus the world champions.
Yeah, so I mean, what happened here exactly? We're going to load back into Small Fortress
2,
Alliance.
1,
Hideaway hung
brawl.
onto that last stock wonderfully, right? If you lose that stock, it's just over at that point, I think. I don't know if Zen can make that comeback, especially with how healthy both of these players were.
We get a big open up there with the sidelight into Nair. The Nair continues there, and the recovery as well onto Lores as Kyna still hasn't picked up a weapon. The sidelight comes out. Hideaway trying to swing big onto Kyna, picking up that weapon, looking for the recovery there, but great movement to get back to the stage. Zen giving his own teammates some space there with the recovery on the spear as well. So a lot of scrappiness already as the landing sider finds the KO immediately, and the red team with a lead for the first time in this set.
And this is so bizarre of me to say this. It feels like Kyna is the one that's picking up the pace right now too, right? You see Kyna thriving so much when he gets to control the tempo, play the ground game, get the stomp stairs, secure the stocks. He's running off stage looking for edge guards right now. I think he just wants to close this one out quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Exactly what the name of the game is, especially when you're on the terrace. The recovery does find the KO and gets another with the D-Light into recovery. Lores like lights out on the spear.
Oh yeah, the 2-for-1, Loris, still relatively healthy, only approaching orange right now in this stock. Able to maybe stack on, get a couple more nairs, tries to get that one collapsing on the way down, but Hideaway bats him away, left side, gets the stock onto Kyna as well. This is edgeguard position as well. How does Hideaway hang on to it? Loris flips it, not gonna be an edgeguard position, but Kyna back on defense once again.
Good GCN light in there onto Kyna as well. The D-Light into side air doesn't get punished as Zen is able to get the dodge through it. I like that chase dodge downward from Loris, trying to hold onto the ground, not wanting to get juggled, even after getting a hit on a recovery. The down air comes out to snipe it out, though, and now Kyna in a 2v1 avoiding the GC side light, but doesn't avoid the end light. Gets a punish on the D-Light into side air, and another D-Light side air on the Hideaway. Somehow Kyna on the hammer makes the 2v1 look easy. Yeah,
and of course, doesn't want to super overextend, go off stage, look for the edge guard, because you know Loris can pick up the pieces right there. Does get the Sair required for that stock off the right side. Zen, so slippery, though. They can't find the 2v1 opportunity as Kyna falls. Now they have a window onto Loris, who once again is approaching orange on this stock.
Right airs come out to Nair as well. Hideaway with no dodge, but finally gets his dodge back, has to recover back to the wall. Hit to get a hit onto Kyna. Another Nair onto Kyna, but gets hit with the
Look at this, look at this.
Comes out, no dodge from Hideaway. Kyna with an opportunity. Lores fighting back there, and Hideaway taking so much damage. Gets the conversion into the delivery and sent the wrong way.
Oh, if it's sent to the left, that's surely a KO, right? Oh my goodness, okay, that could be the opportunity they need, but it's the same position as last game. Hideaway already in red, needs to hang on to this stock for a chance for a game 5.
Light into side air. You have to take that damage for your teammate. Zen having to play forward. We see a little bit of team damage there.
Oh no!
But the Nair comes out on the blue team now. One stock away. Can Zen do what his teammate did and clutch this 2v1?
Loris unarmed. Zen finds the hit. It's not enough. Needs to get one more opening. Kyna hands it over to him, but Zen can't capitalize. It is a tough 2v1, and a shark in the water has still appeared. Loris gets the GCD light, finds it. The chase dodge was totally unnecessary, and Loris and Kyna close the door on it with a 3-1.
And the world champions do it once again. They haven't been performing online, but they make it here. They lock in their spot into top 8. One more to make it to championship Sunday in that top 4 placement. Kyna and Loris get it done on the team comp that won them the world championship, winning the mirror matchup, saying we are the best at this comp. We made it. We won a BCX with it, and we'll show you we can still do it. A 3-1 victory for Kyna and Loris.
I mean, 500 damage on